Thank you. Okay, so 1 minute later, so we will start the second digital brain seminars. Yes. Okay, this is the 1 o'clock. So let's start today's brain digital brain seminars, and maybe you know that the what is the digital brain seminar before, but today this is more larger part larger seminars. So the before this is the one speaker, and the second speaker is Doya Kenji, and today we are holding the four speakers, Ken Nakae and Hiromi Tsukada and Hiroshi Ishii and Kenichi Ueda, the Yoshitaro Tanaka. I'm sorry. Yeah, basically this is the five speakers coming, and the first speaker is me, and today I will discuss what is the digital brain seminars, but not only this, and this is a current or progress how to use the brain minds data portal. So maybe anyone, most people know that the brain minds, but anyway, I also what is this, and let's start. Okay. And I have very welcome to that any questions and any times. And so this is the first slide. And my name is Ken Nakae. So it's come from the Excels in the Okazaki. And so this is what is the origin of the digital brain seminars itself. So this is last year, the December's. So we started the mathematics and brain science or collaborative workshops I am holding. So with the Nakae and the Math for Industry platform. And this is seminars. So there's many people is gatherings, and not only the brain science, but also the mathematics. So Sakagami or Suito or something, Doer or Izumi, and I'm also presented. So, and this workshop is very interesting. So for me, and and I think that's very interdisciplinary collaborations. Not only the brain science, but also mathematics. Also the physics is okay. And I want us to continue this kind of way. So that means that I just start with the digital brain seminars. And this main member is currently is Mai, and Daisuke Tagami. So he's a Kyushu University and mathematicians. And Kenji Doer is a OS, and he's a brain science specialist, especially the computational neuroscience. And this digital brain seminar is the purpose is thinking about what is a digital brain. So this is some kind of very not new, but it's kind of new words for me. And what is this? So we should think about together these members. And the background of the recent progress of the international progress is related to brain science, digital brain is very many progress. And most important thing that's human brain project, so developed by the EU. And this is a very big brain simulation, so should be started and gathering the many data set from the brain. And then they are making some kind of the software to simulate the brain. And this is some kind of we feel that this is a digital brain. But not only this, so there's another progress. So for example, the China have also the making the China Brain project. So this China Brain project is also not focusing on computational simulation or data science, but they are making some kind of very big atlas, not only the mouse and the monkey or some kind of the other species. So they say the digital brain, some kind of project. So they started. And this is also very interesting. And also the United States, they're very strong progress about the digital brain. The most important thing, one of the most important things, the RM Brain Atlas. So he is making the very great atlas and database and for the mouse data. So this is maybe it's very related for the oral brain minds project. And not only the RM Brain Atlas, they are making a human connecting project. So this is also the very big human brain MRI data brain database they are making. So that means that currently, this is the digitalization of the brain. or simulations or data science and machine learning is a very, very important in the neuroscience or brain science. So that means that in the Japan, so we think that we also do this such a thing. And this is the reason so why so we are starting and the digital brain seminar. So this is one reason. So in the 2 or 3 weeks before, 2 weeks before, so the Doya Kenji and Miyato, so I just invited them and so to present us what is the digital brain. But Miyato's case is this is a very so specific AI, so that means that many people is very difficult to understand. I'm sorry, but anyway, so this AI is also very important topic. And Kenji Doyer is something presented that what is the digital brain and of the brain mind 2.0. So this is so brain mind 2.0 I will explain later, but this is kind of the Japanese next big project of the brain science. And in this case, the digital brain is also the very important concept. So for this digital brain seminar, it's basically so independent from this brain mind 2.0, but it's very, I think they're related. But anyway, so what is the motivation is something three things. So I'm so just joining the 10 years and the brain mind 1.0 project and 10 years. So that means that I think that in this next brain project should be open and international and interdisciplinarity. So open is very interesting. So yeah, very important. It's very easy. Just I open. This is any people can be join this digital brain seminar. And my project case is some should be so sometimes closed because of something secret problem is also existing. But anyway, so the other important thing, the international. So I just in country. So I'm sorry. So this is I just speak only the English. But the most important thing is not only Japan, but also the international people, United States or some people. I'm sorry, I don't advertise any other country currently. But in future, I think the more international so collaboration is very important. And not only this kind of internationality, but also so there's many international people, researchers in Japan. In the Brain Minds 1.0, so I have very get a friendship the international people in Japan, and most these researcher is only speak the English. So that means that I feel that we should do more focus on that English for better collaborations and some kind of in future neuroscience in Japan. And so finally, so this is the interdisciplinary. So the interdisciplinary, so the firstly, so I just say that this digital brain seminar started the mathematics and brain science collaborations. And this is very interesting for me. And so that means that so the interdisciplinary is more and more important in future, I think. The firstly, so I just closely collaborated with started the Tagami, he's a Kyushu University mathematicians. And this is the mathematics and so brain science. And not only mathematics, I think the physics or other, so any other so interdisciplinary is very important, I think, for understanding digital brain science, digital brain. So that means that this open and international and interdisciplinary is very important. I think, I believe. So this is the three important features. And okay, so the next, so this is also brain mind 2.0. So the previously 10 years, we started the brain minds 1.0. And but next, so we are currently started in the center core is the RIC and CBS and the brain mind 2.0. And this brain mind 2.0, the purpose is that so mental disease or brain disease or cures. But to understand or to overcome this, so we start to think about the digital brain. So this is the digital brain is a center idea for this next project. And not only this, but also there's many other purpose. So that means that the seeds or the curations or some kind of some mechanisms or so basics or manipulations or some kind of dynamics is also very important. But these also be integrated, finally should be integrated. So about digital brain. And to do this, there's some kind of interdisciplinary so collaboration is so they think also very important. So anyway, so yeah, I can join the Brainwave 2.0. I don't know anyway. So I just submit the proposal currently. But anyway, so I accept or not, it's independent from this. So I also continue. That's a digital brain seminar. So do something to cheer or some kind of contribute to that the Japanese brain big project. Okay, so this is so currently the digital brain, and next, so we're exploring the brain minds. So this is the 10 years project, and we make their Marmoset brain big database. And so to understand this, so firstly, so what is a brain minds? I'll explain it. Is there anyone something question? So is it I'm also so welcome to the any times if you have something. Okay. So okay, next I will explain the what is the brain minds itself. And the brain minds is the kind of some kind of the Japanese big project of the brain science. And the title, the English title, the brain mapping by integrated neurotechnology for disease studies. So this studies of the neural network controlling higher brain functions in the marmoset to gain the new insight into the information processing and the disease of the human brain. And this project is ended in this last month. So that means that this is just ended. So, but I think so this is very interesting aspect. For that means that so they are focusing on that common marmoset. So most of the brain science animal is kind of the mouse or firefly or also sea gans and also the humans and macaque monkeys. But so in the Japan, so there's some people is very focusing on the common marmoset, and this common marmoset study is very strong for the Japan. So that means that so Japanese government decide to focus on this common marmoset and to make the big database of the marmoset. And why they are focusing on the common marmoset? Now, why is this is the primate? So I think the firefly or something sea gans and the mouse is very interesting and very great modern animals, but this is not primates. And the brain science final goal is to understand the human, and that we are, I think, the primates. So that means that the most the primate is very interesting. And so the other primate is a macaque monkey or some kind of monkey is a primate. But usually so this brain is more bigger. Yeah, comparing to humans, so this macaque monkey's brain is smaller. But so the comparing the mouse or something, so this is very big. And marmoset monkey's cases, this is just a 2 centimeters or very small brain. And so this is a growing hourly than the macaque monkey. So this is 1 or 2 years, so they will be adults. But this is a very bigger comparing to the very earlier, so comparing to the humans and the macaque monkeys. And this common marmoset can be also genetic manipulation can be done. And also the measurement device is common for the mice and humans. And they are also we can develop the disease model of the common marmosets. So this kind of strength point, so we are focusing on the common marmoset in the 10 years. But I think next 10 years we are not only focused on the common marmoset. But anyway, so in my previous 10 years of project, we are focusing on the common marmoset. And there is many kind of the modalities of the common marmoset on here. So we explain more detail later. But anyway, so we are firstly started the brain minds data portal, and there's a brain atlas, the regions so specific to something in brain regions definitions, and very big MRI data. So now the 400 marmoset MRI data, so we are storaged, and the connectome and the genes or atlas we are also making, and also the brain activity also gathering the database. And mostly, so this is also a brain atlas and a connectome gene is done, and the brain activity is also something a start point. But anyway, so we are making there's a much of the brain database on the common marmoset. So today, so I want to advertise that, so please use it in some your collaboration or something your research. So I'm very happy. And maybe so next presenter Tsukara Hiromichi with some kind of one idea for that how to use it for the dynamics viewpoint and data simulation or something. And so next, so this is a so kind of brain mind project, so database itself. But maybe so we will go into that real site. Maybe you can see that my web Google Chrome and the I'm sorry, the brain minds data portal. So please put it on the so Google, and then the brain minds data portal site we can go. Okay, this is the brain minds data portal site, and we can so just click and go to the so something data. So if you could click on here's, and you can so previews. For example, here's you can preview or the clicks, and then there's a downloading. So I'll explain more detail on here's. But anyway, so we can go to this website. And so based on this websites or data portals, so we are currently so making the publishing of papers. So my collaborators will be working very hard to write down the neurons papers, the scientific reports, and scientific data biology and neural image. So paper, and I'm very collaborative, so study with these many members, and we want to continue this kind of the work. And especially that the BrainMinds data portal, so the Alex and Woodward is some kind of specialist of this BrainMinds data portal to making. And they are making this kind of database. And okay, this is on here. And so this database is not only the so data itself. So let's go to the here's. So there's some viewers, some kind of so tool for seeing the data. For example, so we can see that the brain atlas is coming to Unity. So this is a visually, so what is so a region name or some kind of brain data. So we can visualize, we can see. And to the atlas viewers, so we can see that some kind of atlas. So what is so brain region name of the so 2D, some kind of interaction intersection, so data set we can see in the so by the website. And not only on here, so there's the tutorials how to use the BrainMinds data portal. So on here, okay, let's see that marmoset brain connectivity matrix. So if we original data from diffusion weighted imaging data, but so we can see that more detailed explanation how to use their softwares. So right here, so yeah, we can see that easily to how to deal with the original data. And we also provide the processing data, so it's also okay. But to understand to more idea or image resolution from one MRI data, the other MRI data. So this is some kind of explanation. So based on the data portal. So that means that if you install this kind of softwares, or so we can just go to the tutorial, so we can so very easily to understand it. There's another so brain something so YouTube videos. One is a brain data portals and how to use it and what is. So basics are very YouTube is also existing. And so Alex also held in hackathon before the maybe the 3 or 4 months before. So this is also very interesting so topic I will join authors. And we also provide the softwares. So the tutorial cases, this is developed by other people, so we are using. But here, so this is so based on the Brain Minds project, what is a very good so new so something MATLAB or Python, something the software or package we are developing and collaborating with other researchers. So anyway, this kind of so if you go to the Brain Minds, Brain Minds data portal. So, and here's the let's click. So then go here's. So please do see and just download and see. And okay, the firstly, so I will explain the, okay, more only the 10 minutes. So that means that we are briefly to explain. So what is, we can see the brain minds. And firstly, I explain the so marmoset data. And this is so we can see that this is the marmoset brain, and we also divided the regions to understand the marmoset brain regions. And this is the brain regions, and this is the so intersection of the brain, and we can divide it so some kind of regions. And this is some kind of flat map. maybe you know that the human brain is some kind of one, so newspaper, very big newspapers. So there's a sheet in the brain. So that in the marmoset cases, so it's also we can do it. So that means that we are so some kind of making a flat map of the cortex region. So that is a 2D so flat map we can be making, and these regions so decided. And so to understand this, so we can go to the Atlas pages and go downloads, and we click the download data. And so if you can download it, so we here, so there's a base data, and so this is the original data. Okay, this is a mistake or source. I'm sorry. So for example, so I will not explain so detail, but anyway, so there's a so nifty data. This is a MRI 3D volume data on here. And this is a so 3D slicer, so you can so Google on here. So it's easy to, we can see the data set. So put on here, and we can be seeing the so data right here. This is the MRI data, so in the here intersections and this place and this place. And so we can also see that Atlas label map on here. For example, this is so into here, and this is also label options right here. Yeah, but this is something so problem. But anyway, so this region is divided the brain regions. And this is also provided some kind of transformation from the different atlas. But anyway, so this kind of, so this is the standard brain of the brain mice. And this brain data set is also storage on here. And this brain place is some kind of so flat map. And this is the so gifty format, and we can so we can see the WD connectome or something. So we can see here. But this is I'm sorry, this is very technical. But anyway, so we can so these kind of things, so we can download it. And the other idea is that we can also so provide so MRI data. This is so most biggest data in the world in the marmoset MRI data. So we are providing finally so 400 MRI data set and 400 individual MRI data set, and so the modalities, the T1 and the T2 images. This is the shape of the images, and not only the shape of the images, so we also provide the so connectome and so activity brain data. I also basically so skip the data, but anyway, so diffusion MRI data set, so we analyze the data, so we are making some kind of connectivities, so between the so region brains, and this functional MRI cases, some kind of so 1 second, so there's a so brain activity, so observing a 3D data images. So we can also go to the MRI data set on here, put on here. So this is NA213, there's many images. And there is the standard brain, also the very similar. But if you go to the T1 weighted images, so there's a 400 images, and we can put on here. So that means that, yeah, this is the T1 weighted image of the MRI data. So we can so easily, so we can, what is this in this data set? And with also the very easy to download, put on here. So this is the MRI data is coming. So that means that so we are download easily, and the T2 weighted images is some kind of difference of view, difference. Yeah, some kind of difference or viewpoint. And but anyway, so this is the same brain, and we can so storage the T1 and the T2 and the DTI. It's kind of so some connectome, so we can be seeing this DWI or DTI or fMRI awake and anesthetized, some kind of brain activity, just awaking or anesthetized, just as some kind of sleeping or marmoset. So brain activity, we can storage 5 or 500. So many data set we can provide it. So that means that so next kind so we analyze this kind of so more detailed explain, and so how to analyze this kind of data from the dynamics viewpoint. And not only that the MRI data, so the countries are Watakabe and Henrik Skippe providing a more so detailed connectivity data set. And so this is so tissue side data, they say that. So there's a more, so the diffusion MRI case is a very so big so data set, but it's some kind of more so synaptic or axon-like connection. So they can visualizing so the data set or some kind of storage the connecting matrix. Okay, so anyway, so we are making only the 2 or 3 data set. There's a more interesting gene atlas and calcium imaging and ECOG data set or the other sort of modalities, so we can storage it. But anyway, so please, if there's something problem, so please ask me or so collaborators, and we are very welcome to use so any papers. Okay. And today, so with Tsukara Hiromichi, okay, so I'm sorry. So this is the so next digital brain seminar. So there's a today, so we're Hiromichi Tsukara and Ishii Hiroshi and Ueda Keiichi and Tanaka Yoshitaro. Will explain these researches. And not only these members, so in future, so the Thomas Diego or Shinichi and Takuya Isomura, and maybe so we'll start so summer camp and 2 or 3 days. So in Kyushu University, we are some just planning so in these years. So that means that please keep continue to or digital brain seminar and thank you to come to these brain seminars. Okay, this is the end of my presentations. Is there any questions or comments? Anything is welcome. No, no.
Okay, so then I speak up. So thank you for the walkthrough of the BrainMinds database. Yeah, so yeah, I think it's nice to add your movie and slide to the data portal as a tutorial material, right?
Yeah.
And then my question is that given such rich data resources, so what kind of research can you imagine?
Oh.
Do you have your own idea, or were there any interesting ideas proposed in the hackathons?
Yeah, so I think so there's so many aspects, I think. So for example, so the new data pipeline, just image processing is also very interesting. The currently the Henrikscape here or we are so doing some kind of work. But I think there's many other so pre-processing or ideas also existing. So that means that the more baselines or image processing also welcome when using a deep learning or something. And the other thing is that we are now currently collaborating with Tsukara Hiromichi. So that means that so integrate the many database set. So not only focus on this data, but also there's a sort of much more data on here, MRI or tissue side or in situ hybridization, how to integrate it and to understand the sort of mouse brain itself is very, very important. And this is also pre-processing and integration and more so easier one or so some kind of there's some kind of so we have many individual data set 400 set individual. So that means that we should do a statistical analysis, right? So how to so yeah so years yeah maybe the 1 or 10 years so set data set data on the 400 years how to so developing so that's the brain volume or something. These basic data science is very, very welcome. I also doing some kind of work, but many ideas is very so welcome because so I think so this database is very important for the so international because for example human connected project or some kind of RM brain atlas. So many people use this by his own ideas, and this kind of thing we can do it very similar way, but because so this is a common set database. So that means that so some kind of difference. So we can do the very similar thing, the human connection project or other project, and we can also the other finally so compares so that the other species, right? The mouse and mouse and humans. So I think these four directions are very processing, integrations, and the basic data science, and some kind of comparison of the species.
Okay.